Hello, everybody. Thursday morning. Hope everyone's doing well. I've got some information here that I only am going to post because of the younger generation getting into this industry, I should say, and also for the people that just really don't know. So, as much information as we can get out there, the better for everybody. So, I had a customer of mine send some stuff in, and so quite a bit of stuff actually. Some stuff needed to get done. Now, I'm not doing this to down anybody. I'm not doing this to make fun of anybody. This he could have got this way. I'm just doing this strictly for information. So it just needs to be out there, just so people know for sure. But I'm sure he probably got it this way in some stuff, and it says needs rod bearing. So okay, it's an old OEM crank. I checked. It's still got a little bit of interference here, so it could go one more trip through the rebuild. So, yeah, I would say it needs a rod bearing. That would be your first assumption here. But we just don't do a rod bearing on them. I mean, you have to rebuild the crank completely, which means you've got to replace the pin, you got to replace thrust washers, got to replace bearing, got to replace a rod, because when the rod bearing goes out, naturally it damages the rod, it damages the pin. It usually gets crap in there and wipes out the thrust washers, or tries to wipe them out, and really gets all the coating off of them, so they're not really good to be reused. You could in a pinch if you didn't have any, but the rod kits come with it, so that's not a big deal. So that's what a rebuild crank is basically rebuilding it completely with the entire rod kit, everything from that pin out to the rod. So no individual parts. If you do have a bearing that comes apart on you on the wrist pin, which is not common, usually it's detonation caused, but as long as it doesn't damage the rod, have marks on the rod, and the rod still looks nice and machined and good on the inside, or smooth, no marks, no pits, nothing, you could replace the rod bearing, or the wrist pin bearing, excuse me. So give that some thought, and hopefully that might help somebody that needs to understand that a little bit better. And everybody have you a great day, and tomorrow's Friday, and everybody have a wonderful weekend.